All right, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry I haven't been able to pump out the videos. Just been real busy. Today we got a sick shave going on. We'll be doing a comparison. Karve Christopher Bradley versus Rockwell 6S. We got two fresh assets in here. Plate 6 versus the C plate. And before we get started, I'd like to give a huge shout out to two people that made this brush possible. I did get a new brush, and this is a Declaration B7. And this is not a unicorn handle made by Scott. This was a custom made by Andrew over at Viking Soap, and he absolutely did a phenomenal job. He killed it. If I pull out the real one, it's like super close. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? Here we go. Look at this. This is the real unicorn. This is his, a little bit thicker, but it's got the matte white. It's beautiful. B7 knot. It's just, JR is a freaking beast, dude. Like, shout out to JR Reyes. He took this knot out of a bong looking freaking handle. I'll show you guys the photo if you want. It literally looked like a bong. And I picked it up on BST for like under half of my other brush, so I had to hop on it. And it literally it looked so bad. But yeah, man, JR is the freaking man. He told me there would be a risk, but he freaking pulled it off. Basically, he's the GOAT. If you haven't already heard of him, check him out. Reyes Restorations. I'll throw a link in the bio. He typically hooks up vintage knots, but basically he's a beast. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some electric shave on here. Why not? I'm bored as hell. I like to cycle through pre-shaves. Ironically, I found this pre-shave pretty good. I've used it a couple times in the last year or two. And it has alcohol in it, but I like it. Anyways, for the soap, it wouldn't be right if I didn't do a tribute shave. Or actually, it's more of a first impressions. Viking Soap, the guy who turned the handle for me. This is Ragnar. It's got some sick artwork. It doesn't have a side label. This is like a tremendous value. It's like 15 bucks for like 5 ounces. Anywhere between 13 and 15. He has a couple other scents. And this is a really safe one. This is a little bit harder. Creativentus. Let's get into the loading. All right, we're gonna load a little heavy. It's a dense knot. I did lather this bad boy up once, the soap that is, and it was very creamy. I liked it. So we'll keep going. I found that I've been underloading my brushes a little bit because with these badger knots, these super dense badger knots, sometimes they just need a little bit more loading. Like if this was a synthetic, I'd be way over. So we'll just keep working at it. Hope you guys had a good week. I don't even know what date it is. It's Sunday. All right, we should be good. If not, we'll go back to it. Let me just rub a little bit on the face here. But yeah, this stuff is, it's got a thick proto lather. It's not like airy in any way. It's pretty awesome. The scent is very subtle. It's kind of similar to Ethos to me. It's like all these Aventus scents I've been trying lately. They're all similar with their own little twist, you know? And it's very interesting to see. I told myself I wouldn't pick up Aventus scents, and then a few months later, I'm picking up Aventus scents. I don't know. I'm a hypocrite, right? All right, let's get into the shave. Yeah, but JR is a freaking beast, dude. I bought that brush like 2 months ago, dude. So the anticipation of getting this one was very high. And Declaration B7 just feels great on the face. Definitely needs more water. So the R6 plate on the Rockwell has a 0.79 millimeter gap. The C plate on the Karve has a 0.85. And that was kind of like the closest I could get to on the more efficient plates in terms of gap. I believe the exposure on the Karve is positive, and I think it might be neutral on the Rockwell. That's the only thing I'm unsure of. Could be positive, could be neutral. I'm honestly not sure. Looks like we could take more water. Just want to make sure it's properly hydrated. All right, it's pretty creamy. Look at this. Yo, if your lather doesn't do this, lather some more. All right. Pulling a Jack over here. Sorry, guys. Just kidding, Jack. Jack's the man. All right, cool. On the right side, we'll do the Rockwell. So in my last time using this, wow, residual slickness is pretty good. Yeah, solid, very solid. It's not like Kaizen level or anything, but it's pretty good. I was very impressed with this plate last time I used it. So right now I get minimal blade feel, but it seems to be just as efficient as some of the razors with a lot more blade feel. Honestly, it feels more efficient than my carbon, or as efficient, maybe a little bit more. So this is a pleasant surprise. Cool. Karve C plate. Wow, this feels way better than the D plate. Jeez. But what I did notice is you gotta ride the top cap a little bit more versus other razors with the Karve. Yeah, the Red Island shaver loves the Karve. Justin, I can see why. Wow. So I think you might even get less blade feel here. We're only working on a day's growth, guys. Okay, cool. Let's see. So on the face, the Rockwell was more efficient. On the neck, it's about the same. Yeah, it's kind of like negligible at this point. So it's very close so far. Maybe I'll notice more on the against the grain pass. But yeah, tons of lather in the brush here. It's very creamy, very airy, but the slickness is very good. Yeah, I'd say the scent is similar to the Ethos I tried the other day. It's not far off, honestly. Sorry, I'm just gonna clean off the handle here. Cool. I saw Ken try the Sagas this morning. The 07 Titanium. Sick razor. So JR said this is not perfect. It's got perfect backbone, but not floppy in any way. Still splays. It's not floppy. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hyping JR the rest of the video. Huge risk. Took a huge risk with this, but JR came through. These knots, they're not supposed to be taken out like the way Scott does it. Makes it more risky against the grain. Whew. This is a sick razor, but I'll never buy it. I'll get into that later. Just for my personal reasons, especially with the collection I have. I don't know, I'm kind of considering it at this point. I can see why a lot of beginners like it. And I think the Karve would do just as well, if not better than Rockwell. If they were able to make the razors quick enough. They put a lot of work and effort into the finishing and the machining of these razors. I believe these are CNC machined, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, which makes cranking them out a lot easier. They are blasted, both of them actually. Against the grain of the sea. So the blade feel, you get a little bit more blade feel, but just ever so slightly on the Karve C plate. In the D plate yesterday, it felt a little sneaky aggressive for me the other day. But this one feels way safer, and I was surprised the gap is still 0.85 on this. Kind of impressed so far. It's kind of like a redemption shave for it. So that felt a little harsh right there. So initially, I'd say the angle of the Rockwell is a little bit easier to find. This has a slimmer head, so getting under the nose is more convenient. A little bit more blade feel, especially if you're not running the top cap on the Karve. As far as efficiency, let's see. Slight edge to the Rockwell. I think if I use the D plate on this against the grain pass, I'd have slightly, we're talking very little, guys. But yeah, to be honest, the Rockwell has more efficiency. In terms of comfort, they're both really close right now. Could go either way, honestly, with the comfort. All right, I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Hope you guys having a good week. All right, let's finish up. Okay. Yeah, the angle is just kind of like cruise control. I don't really have to do anything right now, like in terms of ride the top cap. I just wish this head wasn't so bulky. This is nitpicking though. Many people don't have a problem with it, like thousands of people. But yeah, those are my thoughts so far. I mean, we're BBS right now. Yeah, it's BBS on that side. Karve cleanup pass. So I'm gonna give the comfort to the Rockwell because the angle is easier to find on it. If I'm not riding the top cap on this, you do get a little bit of bite, just a little bit, not enough to cut you, but you definitely do. I guess that's just what the head geometry allotted for. But the efficiency is closer than you guys might think. Okay. Need more lather. Don't want to get irritated here. Sorry if I'm whispering, it's like nighttime. I find that I've been shaving more at night. I don't know why. I guess I'm busy in the morning, I don't know. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit more buffing on this, just a little bit. I think if I dialed in the D plate more, The efficiency would be neck and neck with the 6-plate on the Rockwell. But like I said, when I used it the other day, it did feel harsh. And get some stubble here. It did feel harsh if I wasn't on top of the game with when it came to riding the top cap. So there's that. But sorry, I'm just feeling here. So the slickness on the soap is very good. The residual slickness is very good as well. I don't say it's elite, but it's pretty good. Like, I don't regret buying it one bit. I'm very pleased right now. But yeah, let me just do a quick lineup and then we'll jump to the shavette real quick. Yeah, so yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. We'll cap it off again at the end, just to kind of see where we're at. Let me just rinse myself real quick. So in terms of irritation, very little. Yeah, close to 0. But I do have to. It's still got some stubble here. Stubborn. See if the Rockwell can pick it up. Like, you get that feedback, right? I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but I just ran over that area a few times with the Karve and it wasn't picking it up. This is definitely more efficient, dude. 100%. And I think it is a fair comparison because the gaps are similar, even though the gaps don't tell the whole story. We'll be going with the Shibumi Goodfellas Smile. The Goodfellas Smile. I love this thing. Shave that. Got a Kai blade in here. We are picking up hair. Okay. So all in all, my final thoughts, I'd say, on the, by the way, like, if you're a Rockwell fanboy and you're a Karve fanboy, please don't take anything I say personally about these razors. I'm just trying to be objective as possible. But yeah, to kind of reiterate my thoughts, I think the Rockwell shaves a little bit better in terms of efficiency and finding the better angle, but I will pick the design of the Karve any day of the week. To kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, it's not like the Karve does not shave well. It shaves phenomenal. But if I'm, breaking down the metrics, like, I just wish it was a little bit more efficient. And the angle is a little bit easier to find. Like, the shallow angle, I'm not really super fond of that. Like, the Feather ASD2 had the same issue, but it didn't have as much efficiency at all, which is why I sold that razor. Yeah, I tried to, I actually got it twice. I tried to give it a second chance and didn't work out. But this, both sides of my face, I had a phenomenal shave. You can't go wrong with either one. So we'll be using the matching splash today. By the way, I picked this up a couple days ago. I've been testing it for about a week. This is the PAA, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Mysterium Serum. This stuff is freaking awesome. I'll go over the ingredients in another video. I want to keep it under 20, but this is the Ragnar splash. I think it's got alcohol. The ingredient list is alcohol, water, witch hazel, glycerin, menthol fragrance. I like that it has menthol and it has alcohol and witch hazel together, which is not always the case. I'm just gonna throw some balm in here. So I'm actually getting a little bit more burning here. I think it was when I was buffing with that Karve and then finished up with the Rockwell. So on the face, feels great. So yeah, I know this might not be as comprehensive of a comparison as maybe Ken's. Kind of new to this, but my face feels amazing right now. The post shave is very good. I found that this adds to the post shave, but this soap was very solid. Like, I'd pick it over a handful of soaps in the same price, regardless of how many ounces it is. Special thanks to JR for this amazing brush, and thanks to Andrew over at Viking Soap. I will link them both in the description. They're both definitely worth taking a look at. Andrew makes some sick handles, so shout out to him. Shout out to his soaps as well. And yes, to kind of sum it up again, more efficient, better design, easier to find the angle. Yeah, very close in efficiency though. Both fantastic razors, can't go wrong with them. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm very open to hearing conversation. But yeah, that's it. I'll end it like here. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good one.